Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Go Battle League weekend with my first team showcase back from Saturday. We're having the Lantern up on the lead, followed up by Altaria and Pelipper. So I was battling with my standard teams, trying to find what can work, what cannot, and one opponent was using this line. I was like, you know what, this line is brilliant. So I used it, and to my surprise, it worked a lot. So we're having here that Lantern up on the lead, that can go pretty well pretty much against anything. You saw there that we were having a pretty general matchup against the Deoxys. Now we can pressure the shield from the Stunfisk while still delivering that really hard hitting serve to that ground type Pokemon. Able to get there now to that Weather Ball, still not spending any shield because I have figured that Altaria is the main key to win a lot of things, while Pelipper can draw out that Bastiodon or Stunfisk that your opponent has. So having that in mind, gonna go in now with the Lantern because the Spark is gonna be charging up my serve pretty nicely. Registeel comes into the battle, and all I want to do now is to pressure a lot with Thunderbolt. So Registeel, I figured that is gonna be one of the worst Pokemon that you can encounter with this line. They are trying to catch the serve here. This is not gonna go well for them because I knew what they were gonna do, and of course they're getting there to the Psycho Boost, trying to snipe down my Lantern. So I bring into play my Altaria, not gonna block anything because all I want to do is to preserve the shields for the hard hitting Zap Cannons from the Registeel. Able to get there now to the first move to the Sky Attack before they even react. The match is not over yet. We got 2 shields, but they are definitely super bulky. Let's see if we can outspeed here to the next move. Of course we can. Here comes the Sky Attack. No worries there. Who was worried? Not my Altaria for sure. Able now to block the next move, I believe. Oh no, I'm just gonna let that go because I want to spend all my resources for the end game with the Lantern against its natural counter. Registeel, get out of here. We got the Thunderbolt, which is just gonna destroy them down. Into the next one now with the Lantern facing the Umbreon. Another bulky matchup towards that battle. So we're just gonna stay in a little bit longer than usual because those 2 Pokemon are gonna exchange some really nice moves. But I decided to go ahead and take the first one, then switch out aggressively into my Pelipper to test out their backline. They decide to stay in, so that gives me a hint as to what they might have at the back. Perhaps it's gonna be a double fighter at the back. Still no Stunfisk or Bastiodon in play, so they want to stay in. I will do the same. Here comes the foul play. I'm pretty sure I can survive that, still being at the point that I can snipe them down with that Hurricane. Of course, not gonna reach there, and they're gonna just get to that final move. No reason to spend the shield here because that Umbreon is extremely low, and all I can do now is to come in with my Lantern, keeping hidden my Altaria for the end game, and of course I can farm down here after that serve. That was a long battle against the Umbreon, but it doesn't matter at all. At the back they have the Charmer, and that is kinda good news because I want to encounter the Charmer with my Lantern since I want to have a better closing scenario with my Altaria, and Charm is really melting down that matchup. So I'm just gonna take the move here. It is gonna be the Weather Ball, and almost able to farm down. I thought I could, but I couldn't. So Medicham is gonna be at the back. All we have to do is to tank one and block the second. So this is what I'm gonna do. Just gonna take the first one because they might want to bait me with a Power Punch or anything. It doesn't matter though. Still we resist those counters by a lot, and I will try to go ahead and snipe them down with that Sky Attack. Of course they know better. They're just gonna block, and I will try to pressure a lot with my Dragon Breath damage. Can we do it though? Because this is the $1 million question. We will try to farm down. Of course we can, and the Charmer right after because they have only 2 HP, and 2 Dragon Breaths are gonna be much faster than the Charm damage registering. So we're just gonna go ahead and completely farm down not on the Medicham but also the Charmer in a very close matchup with Altaria. So IVs really matter sometimes. Gonna get in there now with the Altaria on the next one with the Lickitung on the switching matchup. So I really like this matchup for my Altaria because we can pressure a lot. Lickitung is another bulky beast. Great League is full of those bulky options. So I decided to go in there and try to get some elo because recently I have dropped a lot on the 2100 elo and that was not looking that cool. So overall, from my first day of Go Battle weekend, I totally got about 300 elo, perhaps more, 400. I'm pretty close to 2500 at the time I'm making this video, which is Sunday morning here, but yeah, the weather is kind of weird outside. Anyways, gonna get now the ice punch on my lantern and we're gonna be able to get there to the thunderbolt. This is gonna connect for big damage. Pelipper able to finish off the job. They have no clue as to what they can do against my Pelipper, so down they go and they back out. This next one is gonna be extremely weird because they're having that victory bell against my lantern and the Bastiodon over my Pelipper. So it's all up to the Altaria to do all the heavy work because Pelipper can still reach to a triple weather ball, but still it will never be enough to destroy them down. They're just gonna take this one. This is gonna be extremely close, but those wing attacks are never gonna be enough to finish off the Bastiodon. So down we go, and now all we have to do is to go in, return to the battle with our lantern. Excuse me. We need Altaria for the end game and try to farm them down. I'm expecting that victory bell to return, so I'm gonna go straight for that thunderbolt. Big damage on the shadow Pokemon. Altaria now, and at the back they have the lantern. Hopefully for us, we're having the upper hand here. As you can see here, a little bit of spoiler, we already took the win because the missions were completed, so we're just gonna take another huge victory. Lantern against Medicham, looking pretty solid, pretty even for both ends, so we're just gonna pressure with a Thunderbolt. Why not gonna go for the big move, not the Surf, and we're already putting that Pokemon below 50%. We will try to take the move here, it's gonna be the Ice Punch, hopefully no Psychic, and they respond with a switch to the Drapion, so that's pretty interesting because now we can pressure a lot with the Weather Ball, and look at that, already below 50%. I'm pretty sure I can tank one move here because they are not Shadow, however they reach to the Sludge Bomb, big damage on my Pelipper, and I was not expecting that. Okay, so another move, this time another Sludge Bomb, still not expecting that because Sludge Bomb hits like a truck, and of course I was expecting a crunch. I don't know how I miscounted here, but it happened. So down I go now to the next move. Oh, it's a Ice Punch, never mind, we can definitely survive that, which means that we can pressure even more here with a Surf and try to farm them down with my Altaria. So Altaria against the Sableye, if we take the return, we are absolutely doomed, so I'm just gonna block the first one, and look at that, it's a power gem, not even a purified version of Sableye, so we're looking pretty solid. Gonna take this victory, and we're gonna move forward into the next one with the Bastiodon up on the lead. This time, actually a lot of Grasshole teams, okay, a lot of Bastiodons, Charmers, and Razor Leafers on the same team, which makes a lot of sense because people do not want to stall a lot on Go Battle days, they just want to keep things moving, but overall this team handled those teams pretty nicely, and even against bad leads we still had a lot of action, especially against that victory bell before. Well, we definitely turned around with our backline, and we also lost that switch in matchup, so Altaria definitely the better flyer over there for the meta. We're gonna finish off this Medicham, which means now that we might want to have a good matchup against the final Pokemon. It was the Medicham on the switch, it was the Bastion on the lead. We can expect something like a Grass type, and yes, trainers, it's gonna be the Victory Bell. Once again, another Grasshole team just getting destroyed here by our Altaria. Of course, we can tank the move, it doesn't matter what that is, and now we can go for those Moonblasts. I go for the Moonblast because Skytack is double resisted, while Moonblast is single, and we can simply go ahead and pressure even more here with the Sky Attack this time because we're getting farmed down, and Moonblast has a chance to debuff the opponent, so why not go for that? All we need to do now is to go for the double Surf. However, they pass through that final Smackdown. Can we survive? Of course we can, and the final one for the victory against the Bastiodon. Look at that, wonderful sightseeing, and we're gonna win while we also have two shields on our disposal. Into the next one now, amazing lead scenario for the first time I believe. So against the Pelipper, looking pretty solid, and we're just gonna respond to the switch with the Thunderbolt. Bad news though is that we do not have a good team against Registeel, so we have to stay in no matter what. Gonna get focus blasted, so I'm just gonna pressure a lot with another Thunderbolt. This Thunderbolt will put Registeel pretty low, that they're kinda forced in using their move kinda fast right now, so I will take advantage of that and try to completely farm them down. I'm seeing they're not going for that Zap Cannon, so I will try to farm, but instead they reach to the next move, which is a pretty bad one for my Lantern, able to get both of my shields out, and that was a pretty smooth play by Registeel, but it had to be done because now I have a chance at winning this entire thing. Now we're gonna take the first shield out of play, and we can still pressure for another surf damage on that ground type Pokemon. They're gonna take it, and looking pretty solid, triple surf on the Stunfisk. They are also getting greedy, so we're gonna take an absolute advantage here against that Pelipper. Now with the Altaria, let's get there now to the Sky Attack pressure even more, and I'm pretty sure I can tank even a whole Hurricane while we can survive and finish off the battle with Pelipper. So we won the lead big time there, but we definitely lost the battle at some point because they were having that double steal, but in the end we emerged victorious since our Pelipper now can completely farm down the opposing side, and we can reach to the Weather Ball for the overkill against the ground type Pokemon, the Stunfisk, the absolute generalist of Great League. Pretty solid battle there, and we're moving forward into a not pretty solid lead against the Swampert. Gonna get out of there. We got the Pelipper, they farm a lot of energy, a pretty nice play by the enemy, but they respond with an answer with that Pidgeot, and to be honest, I'm just gonna go straight for the Hurricane, gonna land it, and now the Feather Dance will be blocked. I'm pretty sure I can farm down here. Down goes the Pidgeot, and now we might have kinda the upper hand here against that Swampert, because now we can block that move that they're gonna throw, but instead they stay in, and we can pressure not only with the Hurricane, which does amazing damage on the Swampert, but also with the Weather Ball. Now this Swampert is extremely hurt, and I believe that all this was a fault from the opposing trainer, because they were getting a little bit greedy there, and they gave me a chance to win this entire thing. Otherwise I might have lost there. Anyways, gonna get now to the Thunderbolt against the Noctowl, and I think things are gonna be wrapped up here because Noctowl stands no chance at all. Into the next one now against Dave85 from UK, and we're having the Trevenant upon the lead. Horrible lead scenario, out of there as soon as possible, and we got the Pelipper and they got the Bastiodon. You know how this will end. We're just gonna lose soft here, but still we might be able to farm a little bit of energy with our Lantern, and then rely all of our hopes with our Altaria for the end game. So here comes now another Weather Ball. This will put the Bastiodon at a very weird point, but still they can farm down. So this is all the time that everything will happen with your Pelipper. So now we're gonna get the Stone Edge on the Lantern, and we're gonna just farm down. Looking solid, kinda. They have the Scrafty up to the back, and all of a sudden we have a chance at winning this thing. So we're just gonna pressure now with the Sky Attack, and they decide to take it. Are you kidding me? That is looking pretty solid. Gonna tank now that foul play because I want to get hit by a foul play, and I do not want to get hit by a Shadow Ball. So just gonna block twice here against that Revenant. Whatever they throw, no reason at all to risk anything, and just gonna completely farm down, getting out of here with a double Sky Attack. So even if they blocked back there, perhaps they could lose anyways. Into the final one now, trainers, with another Swampert upon the lead. How are they gonna play this time? Another Bastiodon, are you kidding me? So we're just gonna go ahead and pressure even more with the Weather Balls. You might see me here frustrated about that Bastiodon against my Pelipper, but to be honest, it is kinda what you want to do. I'm overreacting just for the YouTube thing, but still you want to bait out that Bastiodon or Stunfisk that your opponent is having, so that Altaria will have the upper hand against anything else on the meta. This Stone Edge now is gonna hurt, but at this point I do not care at all. Frankly, I don't care at all. So I'm gonna get there now to the Surf, able to deal a nice amount of damage to the Shadow Swampert. Look at that, pretty wonderful. Trying to catch here the Hydro Cannon. Can we do that successfully? Of course we can. Look at that. At the back there is gonna be the Medicham though, and the battle is not over yet. We have to land at least one Sky Attack if we want to have any chance at all in winning this entire thing, and I'm pretty sure they can outspeed while they can also get that CMP towards their end. So I'm just gonna block twice here the Ice Punch, and at this point I remember myself saying to myself, of course, that I cannot win at all. This is all over, just gonna play till the end, and I'm pretty doomed, okay? And I managed to catch right when the cooldown for the switch is up the Ice Punch on the Lantern, and right now we can pressure a lot with our Surf here, so they have to go for the Hydro Cannon to finish me off. I was counting the moves here, that was almost a CMP, so down goes the Swampert, and all we have to do is to completely farm down. We can do that, and that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Thank you for watching, trainers, thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.